Let me start with something that might surprise you. I can usually predict within the first 10 days whether a home is going to sell quickly or struggle for months. And before this video is over, I'm going to tell you the specific signal I watch for during those first 2 weeks that tells me exactly which direction that listing is heading. If you're thinking about selling in Stuart, Palm City, Jensen Beach, or anywhere on Florida's Treasure Coast, you need to understand this. The first 14 days your home is on the market decide almost everything. Not 60 days, not we'll adjust later, not it only takes one buyer. The first 2 weeks. And the reason is simple. When your home hits the market, that is when it receives maximum exposure. Every buyer who has saved a search, set up email alerts, been pre-approved, been watching for months, told their agent, call me when something good comes on, they all see your home at once. It's like opening night, and you only get one of those. For those of you new to my channel, hi, let me introduce myself. I am Maria Wells, broker owner here on Florida's Treasure Coast, and I watch how homes behave in this market. If you appreciate strategic conversations instead of hype, please subscribe. I focus specifically on helping sellers in Martin and St. Lucie County make confident decisions. So now let's go deeper into this subject. Most sellers believe the market unfolds slowly. It does not. It reacts immediately. In those first 3 to 5 days, agents are sending your listings to their buyers. Buyers are comparing it against similar homes. They're calculating monthly payments, they're evaluating insurance, they're studying HOA fees, and they're deciding whether your home makes sense. If it does, you'll feel it fast. You will receive showings, phone calls from your realtors, second showings, serious conversations, and hopefully an offer. If it doesn't, well, you'll feel silence. And silence is not neutral. Silence is feedback. Now let me give you a real-world example. Let's say 2 homes hit the market in the same neighborhood in Stuart. Similar square footage, similar condition, similar lot size. One is priced strategically, slightly ahead of competing inventory. The other starts a little high to leave room for negotiations. The strategically priced home creates urgency. Buyers move quickly. Agents tell their clients, we need to see this now. And the optimistic one, well, buyers say, let's just watch it. Buyers wait and see if there will be a reduction. So which seller really has the leverage? Of course, the one who created urgency. The pricing high to have room for negotiation, I have never seen it work. The first 14 days determine who holds negotiating power. Now let's address something directly. Starting high does not get you a higher offer. I know that's an uncomfortable statement. When I'm speaking with a potential seller, they all want to start with asking for a high price. They all want room to negotiate. And frankly, I don't understand how most everyone wants to price it high to have room. You know what type of seller does this almost every time? Are executors of estates. Typically, the one sibling or whoever is in charge prices it high. They live out of state and they don't understand our market and feel they know what they're doing. Most will finally come to reason, but let me give you a great example. I just had one estate do this, and it ended up costing them big because they didn't listen to the facts. They didn't listen to where it should be priced. They priced it high. And when they received an offer, which was a good offer, in fact, it was a price that they should have listed it at, they turned it down. And of course, that buyer walked away. And eventually they sold that property, but for even less than that offer was in because they waited too long. So there is a great saying, never deny someone the joy of their own discovery. And many times that discovery is painful by not listening to an expert. So my advice is if you aren't going to listen to an expert, then why did you hire them in the first place? Buyers today are informed. They're not guessing. They're comparing price per square foot, condition, and upgrades across multiple listings. If your home needs updates and it's priced like it doesn't need them, buyers don't argue. They just move on. And once you pass that first 2-week window, your listing shifts categories from new and exciting to still available. That psychological shift is powerful. buyers start asking, what's wrong with the property? Why hasn't it sold? Maybe we should wait. That waiting mindset costs you leverage and money. Now let's expand this beyond price, because the first 14 days also reveal presentation gaps by the realtor, and those are important. That could be if the photos are just average, buyers scroll or look like they were taken from a cell phone. If the description lacks clarity, buyers hesitate. If insurance information isn't clear, buyers stall. If HOA transparency is missing, buyers pause. They want to feel safe and secure about the roof age, the air conditioner, monthly fees, reserves, insurance implications. And if that information isn't positioned clearly, hesitation increases, and hesitation reduces momentum. Now let's go back to the signal I mentioned at the beginning. Here's what I watch closely during the first 10 days. Showing activity compared to the offer activity. If a home has strong showing traffic, but no offers, that usually means it is priced too high. If a home has low showing activity, that usually means pricing or position is misaligned. The market speaks quickly and loudly if you're listening. The mistake is ignoring early feedback, because sellers sometimes say, let's give it more time. Well, time rarely improves an overpriced listing. It weakens it. Now, here's what sellers should be doing before the first 14 days even start. Before you go live, you should have a clear understanding of competing inventory, accurate pricing based on today's market, not last year's market, honest evaluation of condition, and plan for inspection conversation. You need to have strong photography, clear marketing narrative, because once you hit that market, you're not preparing anymore, you're performing, and the audience is watching. The first 14 days determine whether you lead the market or you chase it. And chasing usually looks like price reduction after price reduction, lower leverage, buyer control with longer negotiations, and leading looks like strong momentum, activity with showings, confidence with buyers, stronger terms, and if you've even considered selling in Stuart, Palm City, or Jensen Beach, have the strategy conversation before you list, not after the market responds. That's the difference between reacting and positioning. Well, if this was helpful, click the like so more homeowners on the Treasure Coast can see this. And if you want practical, strategic guidance specific to Florida, subscribe and stay with me. Selling isn't about luck, it's about alignment. And the first 14 days matter more than you think. Stay sunny.